Okay, there's nothing particularly automotive about this video, but this is where I have a rack to attach the phone to so I can record it. And all right, I made a version of this earlier that I wanted to send as a text to a friend, but it ended up being almost a gig. It was way too big to send as a text. So I'm going to put this on YouTube, and nobody in the world is going to be interested in it. I get that. You don't need to make a comment saying, who freaking cares? Obviously not you, and that's fine. Move on to a good reaction video. We'll all be happier. For the friend I was going to send it by text, I'll send you a text so you'll know that it's for you. But I won't identify you here on the video because that would just seem weird. Wouldn't that be weird? That would be weird. But I think it's funny, and I think it's going to appeal right to your particular sense of humor in a particular way. So, being a fat guy, one of the things you'll learn in your life is that you buy your shirts and your pants based on your waist measurement, going right around the thickest part around the belly button, a little bit below, because that's where they're going to ride for the most part. But you get your underwear based on the under the crease measurement, because your belly hangs over there. You got like a big fat flesh apron. God, I think it's going to be down to my knees if I lose a lot of weight. And you don't want your pants up at your navel, because your underwear up at your navel, because that's just going to look really, really bad. I mean, nobody sees your underwear because it's under your pants. And when you're a big fat guy, the chances of anybody wanting to see you out of your pants are very, very small. But still, it just feels weird and wrong to have your underwear up over the outside of your belly. You want it tucked under the crease. So, for years, decades, I've been buying my shirts as 5Xs and my pants as a 60 waist. And my underwear have been a 3X. Get rid of 2 whole X's just because it's tucked under the crease. And as I've been losing weight over the last few years, because I've had some cardiac issues, and that's caused them to assign me to have a lot of exercise to try and improve my heart action. And I don't know how effective that's been for my cardiac issues, but they tell me to do it, and I'm doing it. And I actually found myself, much to my amazement, enjoying getting out there and exercising and improving my heart, improving my cardiac condition, improving my muscle tone, and I've actually been losing weight. I have made no effort whatsoever to lose weight. I don't track my weight particularly. I know where about it is because I get weighed when I go to cardiac rehab, when I go to a medical appointment. And I was just about 400 pounds not too many years ago. It probably is that many years ago, but time flies when you're having fun. But between exercise for the cardiac issues and medicines I've been put on for type 2 diabetes, I've been dropping weight, and I'm now down from 400 to a little under 300. 280 something pounds. And for most of that weight loss, it hasn't changed anything about my underwear, because where the weight's been leaving me has been basically around my belly, which has been getting smaller. But that just means, there's more empty overhang there and less bulk above the fold. But under the fold, it's not really changed all that much. Now, about 3 years ago, when my wife was in the Catherine's plus size store in Burlington, Massachusetts, which is no longer there. The Catherine's. Burlington is still there. The Catherine's plus size store, that's not there anymore. And at that time, I was looking at where another store used to be and no longer was, Newbury Comics, which I used to like to go to and shop for action figures. And in place of Newbury Comics, there was now a Duluth Trading. And I'd seen the amusing animated commercials for Duluth Trading's special brands of men's underwear. So I wandered into Duluth Trading while my wife was shopping for her plus-size clothing in the Catharines. And I sought out the underwear section. And you have never seen more overpriced underwear in your life. I mean, wow. I mean, $25 a pair for briefs. Who is stupid enough? Who is an idiot enough to pay $25 frickin' for a pair of briefs? You can go to Walmart and get a 3-pack for $6, for God's sake. That would be me. Now, mind you, at that time, I couldn't go to Walmart and buy a 3-pack. Well, I could, but they wouldn't have fit me. And I was getting my underpants from Casual Male Big and Tall, which is now known as Casual Male XL. They had a Harbor Bay brand that went up to the 3X sizes that I needed and were comfortable and colorful. I could get 3X or 4X that were just plain white Fruit of the Looms, but I want my underpants to have a little bit of color to them. So sue me. So I've been seeing the commercial for years that the Duluth Trading buck naked so as to feel like it's not even there. Spoiler alert, it feels like it's there. But it's still really comfortable. And as I was looking at the underwear that was there, I could see that it was made of a very interesting cloth that was much thinner than the cotton fabric that the underwear I'm used to wearing is made of. And then, you know what the hell? So turns out I'm stupid enough to pay $25 a pair for underwear, and I got like 4 pairs that day and 4 pairs on another day. And when I went back, I found they had the armachillos that are supposed to keep you cool in the summertime. I haven't noticed that they're any cooler than the other ones, but they do have a nice fit. They all had a really nice fit that I found very comfortable. And the fabric they're made of it is a nice wicking fabric that like wicks moisture from sweat away, and maybe it's cooler, I don't know, but it's a nice thin comfortable fabric. It feels really good, and so if I want to spend way more money than it's worth for underwear, why not? Well, because it's stupid, but hey, have I ever claimed not to be stupid? I've claimed to be smart. I've never claimed not to be stupid. So in recent months, I've been finding, annoyingly, that when I've been out walking a mile, which I was trying to do 3 times a week for a while, and I'm starting to get back to that again, after having a couple of months ago had a secondary cardiac issue come up, I was annoyed to find that I was having to just literally reach down in the back of my pants and pull up my underwear. And I was getting really mad at the folks at Duluth Trading. I'm like, did these assholes design premature obsolescence into their underwear and make them so that like the little stitches that keep the elastic taut snap after a certain amount of time, and I just haven't noticed the sound of the snapping or something? Is that what's been going on? Because this is nuts. They're not that old. They're only a couple of years old. They're sagging. They're falling off. So it finally occurred to me that with all the walking I've been doing, and now the more exercise, because there was cardiac rehab a couple of years ago, which is basically a workout twice a week and for 40 minutes, and now I'm doing that again, workout twice a week for 40 minutes. And I mean, it's not a workout that your musclehead at Planet Fitness is going to respect, but it's quite a bit for a big fat guy, especially a big fat 60-year-old guy, which is what I am now. I've been actually losing enough weight that my ass has been shrinking. Holy crap. So what you're telling me is that I'm actually buying underwear that's too big for me? Is that possible? That can't be right. So I decided to experiment by going down one size in the underwear I ordered. So I grabbed one of the pairs of my armachillos, and one of the things that Duluth Trading does to try and make them as comfortable as possible is there's no tag on the back. There's just printed lettering about below the waistline on the back of the underpants and the inside to tell you what size it is, and whatever other information they want to give you, laundering instructions, I guess. And the pair I grabbed happened to have been some of my older underwear, and they were a little bit worn, and it was not the greatest lighting conditions, and I'm like peering at the size. I didn't have my glasses on either, so I really like stacked the deck against myself. It was 2X. Could that be right? I do 3X, don't I? Well, maybe it's like the Armachillos. They didn't have in 3X, so I got 2X to just take a chance on it, and it was a little snug, but it fit. Whatever. It says 2X. I think it says 2X. I think I'm going to lose the weight. All right, I'm going to chance it. So I ordered 3 pairs of underwear at 1X, just XL, or for the way you look at it, probably XL. Extra large. And I'm thinking, that seems so wrong. That's nuts. But, all right, I'll try it. Especially, it's not my own personal money. It's the household money, because that's what we got our clothes out of. And I'm like leery about it, but I ordered 3 pairs of XL Duluth Trading underwear. 1 pair of Dang Soft, 1 pair of Buck Naked, and 1 pair of Armachillos. They're all XLs. After I put the order in, I'm back in my bedroom doing something else. I'm picking up laundry now that I think about it. And I pick up a different pair of the Armachillos, or it might have been the Buck Nakeds, and I looked in the back of them, and they were 3X. They were 3X, and they don't they do stay on me. So it's like, they're not grotesquely too large for me. So did I just order $75 worth of underwear I'm not going to be able to wear? This is $75. This isn't chump change. This is $75. This is a lot of money. I'm going to be in so much trouble if I spent $75 on underwear and I can't wear it. Now if I hadn't mentioned to my wife that I had ordered $75 worth of underwear, because I just felt embarrassed about spending that much for undies. Now I'm really not going to mention it, because what if they're too small? What am I going to do? I'm going to be in so much trouble. So about a week ago, a little more than a week ago, my wife comes to me to make a shamefaced confession. And this to me is hilarious, because as far as I'm concerned, it's her money and she can spend it on whatever the hell she wants to, and she has a right to have a good time. She doesn't have any hobbies. She can't get interested in any hobbies. So all she does is she goes to work, she comes home, she watches TV for a little while, and she goes to bed. And I have hobbies, and I enjoy them, and I wish she would have something that she could do to enjoy herself. So I encourage her to do things that make her happy. And I wouldn't in a million years say, you spent your money on that? But nonetheless, she gets very nervous about that kind of thing. So she comes to me to make her little shamefaced confession that she spent $120 to get the full set of the Wheel of Time novels, because she'd started watching the TV series on Amazon, and she's enjoying it. Haven't seen it myself, not really interested, can't give you a review. And I'm like, well, honey, number one, you can spend your money on whatever you want. I'm not in charge of you. You're the boss of me. You're in charge of our money in this house. Pardon me. And number two, this is an opportune moment for me to tell you that I kind of ordered some underwear, like $75 worth. And she said, yeah, I saw that. And I'm kind of nervous, because I think that it may actually be too small. And I explained to her that I misread the label on the back of the underwear. And I'm like, so she's like, well, why don't you just go ahead and order some 2Xs now? And I was, well, I spent $75 on 3 pairs of underpants. I'm not gonna just make them a loss. And of course, they're underpants. You can't send back underpants. You know that, right? You buy underwear, you're stuck with them. That's the way it is. So I'm not gonna try. We're not gonna eat these as a loss, just without even finding out. But I'm sure they're not gonna fit. I'm so bummed out about it. Well, another 3 or 4 days later, this past Tuesday, the package came. And I took them out of the package, and I'm looking at the 3 different colors. These nice teal armachillos, and these nice red buck neckeds, and these sort of grayish green. My least favorite of the colors of what was available. Of these dang soft. And since I've had the buck neckeds and I've had the armachillos, but I hadn't seen the dang soft before, I decided to try them first. The motherfuckers fit! They fit! I am right now wearing a pair of just XL 1X XL underpants. And they fit. And they feel good. So hell, that's how much ass I've lost. I can now walk into any Walmart and buy briefs that'll fit me perfectly well, but I won't because I'm an idiot and I'm going to continue to spend the $75 a pop from Duluth Trading because they really are nice. And so that's my stupid story that none of you are going to be interested in, including the person I actually have in mind for this. But I'm still going to send her the link anyway. Have fun.